Good morning, Ian.
Good morning.
And thank you very much for agreeing to do this interview for our newsletter, obviously. You've been with us, 5 months now, haven't you? You came in February. And I remember asking you what your first impressions were. And you said Whitchurch is a sleeping giant.
I did.
Now, can you just extend and expand on that slightly?
Yeah, I'll try to there. I think, it's got a very strong membership.
Yes.
Many a loyal member. But I think the last 18 months have thrown up many challenges. Just coming in here, from an admin perspective, adopting procedures and policies that ordinarily we would never have to. We all just want normal back, don't we? I think communication has vastly improved, speaking to the membership, telling them what we're doing, informing them of the path that we're taking, even to the point where that recent survey that we've sent out and we're now bringing in the answers, hopefully with some good news of what we're doing well and areas where we need to improve. And I think that will, show that we're engaging the members in where we're looking to go with the club.
We're gathering information via the survey to move towards a new governance structure.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how important do you think it is that we really do focus on that change of governance as soon as possible?
Yeah, I think it's essential, and I think a lot of people would struggle to disagree with that. The committee structure that once somehow worked, and when we look at it now, I don't really know how it did work for so many years, but to have a board, to have the right people in place with the right skill set, that has to be for the benefit of the long-term strategy and plans of the club, streamline decisions, selfishly make my working life a lot easier. And so many golf clubs have adopted this model now that it's quite clear that that's where we need to go. And from what I understand, most of the members seem to be on board with it. The most important thing is that they realise that they're part of that process. It will be their decision. It is their club. And we need to take the membership with us, and it will be their decision after all. But it's vitally important for the long term. We value those traditions, we value the history of golf, but it might be contentious. But traditions are only of any good if they don't hold back progress.
Absolutely.
So we want to take the club forward, and we have to also remember that we are currently just the custodians, and we need to leave a legacy where the next generations will benefit from what we have here, and it's not just solely about the here and now.
No, you're absolutely right. And we've been fortunate, haven't we, really, where we've had a lot of support from other clubs, because we're one of the last clubs, in fact, to move towards this new governance structure. So we've got good examples, to take into consideration.
Yes, we don't need to reinvent the wheel, and I think also we've benefited from a huge input from Wales Golf in holding our hand, and not telling us what to do, but just helping us along the way and steering us. And like I say, it's we're grateful for that.
What's your opinion of the condition of the course at the moment? Because there were some concerns earlier in the year. And what about access to competitions and this sort of thing? What are your comments in relation to those 2 points?
Okay, so easy part of that question. Condition of the course now. It's
absolutely.
Just fantastic. It really is. We staged the Welsh Youths last month. Great feedback. We had a group here playing yesterday, and they actually came in. And what was lovely was the course is in fantastic condition. The welcome was great. The food that followed was great. So a good team effort. So, but we've got to do more of the same. Coming back to the course, when I first arrived here, it hadn't wintered well, and there was a lot of negative comments. But we're looking at that. We've got plans on the table now to look at the drainage. We can't take the risk of not doing anything. We have to do something. We can't go into next winter and say, we just hoped it wasn't going to be poor weather. I think we're in an era now where the rainfall and such like, we're going to see that more and more. So we have to try to do what we can. We're getting there.
Yeah.
It's something that we really have to concentrate on, though, because we've got it's all very well looking at it now, June, July, and it's perfect, and it really is lovely. But we need to make it playable through those harsh and hard winter months. Competitions, numbers, if there's a negative of golf receiving a boom, it's now the demand on, not tee times during the week, there's plenty of tee times in the week, but the numbers that wish to play competitions here are, it's fantastic, it's tremendous, but we now are having trouble squeezing them in. Yeah. I've spoken to other Welsh clubs in the area, and we're not alone. No. They have those problems as well. We're looking at it, we're trying to address it, we're trying to find answers to that issue, and that's where we will continue to communicate with the membership and let them know where we are with that.
Yeah, thank you for that. So finally then, in this digital world that we all live in, marketing is vitally important, yes. Isn't it? Do you think Whitchurch has a positive image?
I think we have improved what I'll call the social media channels, but then I would say that, wouldn't I? But I think with regards to Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, I think we've brought them together where we are starting to look like one brand, and they all mirror each other, and Whitchurch will be recognised. We're having the website redesigned, and that's being built at the moment to give us a cleaner, more crisp business image. But from what I've told, Whitchurch maybe in the past has had an image of being possibly somewhat aloof. That's what I hear. I think whether that's true or not, I don't know. But that's in the past, and I think what we have to do is, if that is the case, dispel that myth. I mentioned just now that we had the group here yesterday. They came here, they had a great welcome, they enjoyed the golf course, they enjoyed the food, and that's what we want to push out there, that's what we want to hear more of. I know my welcome has been exceptional here. I've been made to feel very welcome. I know the new members are being made to feel welcome. They speak to us and they say that they're enjoying it here. So Whitchurch is open for business, and I think it's positive.
Well, if I can say, your presence here has made a very positive impact, and we look forward to working together for the rest of this year.